Is it enough to even out the series?
Guys.
That is the question as
Lanjut
we get ready to
game
load
kedua.
up into the land of
RRQ
dawn
versus
once again.
TLID.
RQ Hoshi wants to bring this to
Diren
a
sekarang
victory
pakai
now based on their lineup.
bendera apa tadi?
That's a little bit different, obviously.
Petri
I'm glad
apa
that we are
Revitalized
seeing
dia?
this Fredrin start to pop up once again, especially when you have a certain game plan and idea. How you approach the game. Look at this, Dyron and Aaron. Aaron should be fine. Actually, hold on, Dyron looking for the kill. Does take a couple shots. Aaron's going to actually be able to back off. Still, Revitalize for both of them, still available. But that's the thing, you know, some of this early action to start things up, but also to start things up for you guys at home. If you haven't yet, grab the M6 pass. It's now available. You can hit level 75 for free up until December 29th. Make sure you go ahead and grab it while you can. A couple shots already to keep Ayoung in check. What do we feel about the Ayoung pick once again, this Ruby against that Cho?
I mean, it's a good answer whenever Widdy decides to dive. There's the Don't Run Wolf King that can disrupt the momentum that Widdy can do whenever he decides to go in with a Jit Kundu plus a Wave the Dragon combination, just like what we're seeing right now coming in from RRQ.
What's interesting about this as well is the fact that, you know, I wish we had a count for how much damage is contributed, because that's 3 concussive blasts for RQ Hoshi. And if they get the lockdown or the setup on the right moment, whether that's the Frigid Glacier, whether that's even just Edok setting things up. Some of that concussive blast, if it's all procced at the same time, can actually burst down and be a surprising form of damage. Now Iran gonna get caught into the jungle again.
They did, however, force out the flicker coming in from Rins. Now TLID wants to go for more. Hopping into the Revitalize, but they're gonna bring down Sutsujin. Wanting more, Edok in trouble. The Queller is gonna hit, but it's not gonna be enough to take down Edok.
Not gonna be enough, but that'll be enough to go ahead and make them swing towards this turtle. It's TLID already off to a good start in the early game, trying to replicate what they did previously, and Dyron won't be able to do anything about it. So they go ahead and grab themselves the objective, and now eyes set on the purple buff. Trying to put pressure here to make things worse.
Okay, trying to work on Dyron, and just looking at how the game's going right now, Aran has been playing phenomenal, unbothered in his own lane. Important to note that Dyron opted for the Benedetta type of sustain, because he has the concussive blast and the Festival of Blood, and his battle spell is the Revitalize.
Liquid mah.
It's going to be crucial for him. Again, we've seen iterations of the Benedetta already through even the Swiss station up to this point. A couple different times. But that tankier Benedetta also, depending on what kind of item build he goes to, could help out. Whoa, Dyron forced to pop that Revitalize just as we mentioned it. But now here.
Oh, they're going to catch Widdy. Here comes the taunt. And all of a sudden they bring down Widdy the Wise. Energy Eruption also connecting. That's why Widdy, he didn't have time to react. He couldn't get away from RRQ.
That's why the Ruby's so good. You know, we saw this just recently. And it's a great pick. Edok loves to go ahead and play around this, and that's exactly what they have to do. They have to kind of catch people out from TLID, whoever that's going to be. Most of the time it is going to be Widdy, because he's going to be the one trying to set things up. Now, if they do go for Iran later on, then they need enough damage to follow through that, and they just don't have that right now.
Yeah.
But eventually, even when Skylar becomes online, you know, the fact that he already got an early kill will help him scale up against Aaron Shiki. But now Fabian,
okay, one more Queller. Didn't even have to use it as Fabian picks up the kill onto Dyron. Not a good start for this Benedetta.
Fabian only having the Hunter Strike. Does get a flicker out from his kill, so he's going to be fine. Widdy also checking things out on this side of the jungle. Skylar joining him. Not sure if they're going to actually follow through. Widdy half health, but the turtle's up, and they are everywhere. It just seems like there's a cavalry in every side of the map, putting pressure all over RQ as they go ahead and now rotate. Look at that push too that Fabian was able to manage to take up top, and that's why you see him. You know, he broke a record in the previous game. We'll see if he's off to it doing the same here now. Turtles for the taking. A couple check shots here on Edok. But Rins wants to get a position for this Naren, will hold them at the bay right now as Fabian keeps things going. The rest of the team is already making their way here, though. They might want to break out a fight here.
That's a good Astral Echo, just a stun. Here comes the Jit Kundu combination.
Edok
gets the turtle. Here comes TLID onto attack, though. Aran forced to use the Revitalize. RRQ Hoshi still standing strong. They're forcing TLID to retreat, but Arando keeping RRQ Hoshi at bay.
Keeping them at bay, tanky enough, but hey, 1-1 for
Yuk. The fuck lah, malas banget nonton.
One for the Turtles right now. Naruki Hoshi trying to keep things
Kagak
in
ada hujan,
tow,
kagak ada
not get
mendung,
too out of hand. Again, Sky able to go ahead and just kind of farm up, do what he needs to do. We've seen this matchup so many times now. The Bruno versus the Granger. Aran might get caught here though.
Okay, now trying to work on more members up against him. He's not gonna be able to out-sustain that. And that's gonna make Aran overthink, can I really out-sustain or can I really dive deep?
You know, eventually, yes, he will be able to continue to do that. He just doesn't have much right now, you know? He's essentially still working on the first item. He's got the leg plates at least to help with some of the physical defense, but ultimately he needs more time. Even when the Revitalize is down, you know, and that's why the catch is so good from RQ Hoshi. They just need to be able to follow through the damage, and now the focus on this tier 1 in the bottom lane. Conceal!
Idok goes in with an I'm offended play. Rinto on the other hand, Widow for the backline, working on Sutsujin. They're going to bring down Idok, and the Star Shunner brings down Rins as well. A bit of an overextension for RRQ and a great response from TLID.
Wow, they were feeling pretty good about that initiation, and then they got checked really quickly. I mean, even just a face full of Rhapsody from Aaron Shiki, not where you want to be if you're Idok. So with that, they'll go ahead, kind of reset at this point. Oh. Wow, the steal from Yanskill. Get it with the shot from down under.
And now they're going to gank up onto Dairen as they take down the bottom lane turret. Here comes Fabian with the stun. Even with the Revitalizer, cannot out-sustain 3 members of TLID.
You know, at this point, he is really going to feel like the ghost. You know, just kind of roaming around from a distance and then taking things from you out of your hands. Yazkill, once again, loves these long-range heroes. You know, we saw the preview of the Xavier earlier on, and now with the Novaria. This turtle, though, definitely going to the hands of TLID. Everybody not wanting to approach this area. They don't want to get whittled down. They don't want to get caught. Witty as well, holding down that front side with Aaron. So this is, once again, a lead for TLID that they can just capitalize on. Just like in the previous game, RQ Hoshi trying to scrap up what they can, and every time their flickers are down, they could get caught out. You know, they could easily get taken down by a setup from TLID.
Siapa sih
Just like that,
anjir, udah
Raj is
bener-bener
gonna hide the bush,
Benedetta
use the passive,
Patrick
heal
Peco.
up, and then continue his dominance, his over-aggression, providing a lot of vision for TLID. They do, however, have a 3.8k gold lead. Now they go on a conceal. They might go for Dairen down bottom.
They went down there, but Dairen able to get back, disengages. Skylar is going to be the saving grace right now, at least in terms of this Bruno, already sitting at 2-0. Working on his next item. He's got the Hostiles and Berserker's Fury already locked in, so working on his next Malefic Gun. Once he gets that, once that's locked in, he will be able to actually go ahead and fight with space and some of that extra range to keep TLID in check. But right now, they just need so much time, because look at the pressure Fabian's doing alone by himself. They might try to go for Fabian.
They're trying to go for Fabian, though. But again, it's not going to continue. Idok commits already the I'm offended play onto Aran, but Aran remains unbothered. As TLID, just look at the macro, just look at how they're controlling the map. They have tanky frontliners in Widdy and Aran. So right now, RQ is having a hard time trying to respond to the aggression of TLID, as Aaron Shiki will get the turret up top.
Turret falls, and TLID looking for more. A couple shots always from a distance. And Yehezkiel, all he has is a glowing wand. He's got the enchanted talisman at this point. So he's going to continue to build up. And Fabian, you know, you can already see the previews of the damage. That's why Leo was talking about the damage profile. You know, that was what's important, especially for TLID. It's hard to play against that when you have this kind of range. You know, how do you approach these fights when you have to get in range to set things up if you're RQ Hoshi? You know, you're not going to be starting anything from this. Dairen.
Okay, Power of Wilderness will connect. And now they're trying to gank up onto Dairen. Fabian, though, still has the Queller. He's not going to commit that Dairen escapes with Electro Final Blow. Again with Star Shatter connecting onto Skylar, the proper target, and TLID. Winning with a kick! Catching Enoch right away as they try to work on the Lord. And all of a sudden, TLID, they're stepping on the gas. Aran has to revitalize, though. With the again with a conceal, he has the Jit Kundu. Will he commit it, though? TLID.
Wow, they're going to get actually forced off. So with that, it is going to reset, so doesn't matter. They go in for it.
Flicker in, Frederick Glacier, but Aran is going to get caught here. Taunt Energy Eruption, and Dairen finally has a kill. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, and Araki Hoshi kiting away the Lord.
Aran's out of this, so now still fighting for this Lord. Getting in position. Dairen does have that Revitalize available if he decides to kind of go in, tank things up. Witty, though, once again, has the way of the dragon available.
That's Sonata.
Oh,
Gila Riz-nya.
And they blocked it. They blocked that Sonata coming in from Aroshiki. And Sutsujin just soaking up the damage. He's gonna fall down. Enoch as well. But a kill spree coming in from Skylar.
Mati
Now they
lagi,
trying to work
anjir.
on Dyren. A 2-for-1 trade. Witty for the price of Enoch and Sutsujin.
I think they're still going to try to delay this out. Aroshiki, though, and Skylar in the mid
Oh,
lane.
la,
that's
la,
another
la, la,
opportunity.
la.
One more Star Shatter. Is it gonna connect? Boom! And it missed.
Whew, that was close. But ultimately,
Tuh.
what a fight for the Lord.
Yang satu fokus
Came down to it. And TLID
Fokus
will
Lord,
get that.
satu
And
fokus
Aaron,
ngusir,
running
satu
for his life, won't escape
ngeker tuh.
from
Gimana
Rims.
pergerakannya.
Imagine if that Star Shutter connects. The TLID is gonna make quick work of the outer turrets. They did secure the Lord. But still, Skylar remains
nggak
deathless,
relate ya,
3-0-1. And when we
anjir.
approach the 15-minute, 16-minute mark, when it's really activated, and when RRQ Hoshi starts to work around, starts to play around the fact that they have the Bruno, this is going to be crucial for TLID to end this early.
You can see it right there. You know, Skylar is up there on the damage meters. Like I said, he'd already had the Malefic gun eventually for that fight. Aroshiki now picking up the Sky Piercer.
Piercer lagi.
So now this is where Aroshiki looks to go ahead and pop off, get the stacks. They're going to walk in with this Lord. And as long as Skylar has that space to work with, the only unfortunate thing is he doesn't have a flicker now. So
Masih bisa
he's going to
mungkin
rely
ya
on the peel of his
RRQ ya.
team and also
Kalau bisa nahan
positioning.
nih.
He'll go ahead and work on the Lord. Oh, there's the pull.
They're going to commit the pressure Glacier
mati
and bring
Fabian,
down
dapat
Fabian. On the
Saktiler
other hand,
lagi.
Arando got caught up by the energy eruption coming in from Susujin Edok.
Dah,
When he continued to play TLID, works on the mid lane turret, so that's still a trade RRQ Hoshi was waiting for, a shutdown onto Fabian.
That's a good shutdown. Again, going to the hands of Skylar too.
Awas,
Just
awas.
dealing with the Lord. They dealt with the push. Get a little bit of extra
Awas.
thousands gold there. Witty goes in
Untung
with
dia
a kick.
salah.
Off angle kick
Untung
and now
Widi
the
salah.
counter punish from RRQ
Salah nendang,
Hoshi.
cowok.
Forcing out the flicker
Skylar?
from Widi. Arando power filter in this. Might be able to take down Edok on Skylar quite
Masih
low.
mati kah?
And now they're on the sandwich play as they try to work on Sukujin as well. I am
Mas.
offended play. Aran might be safe, but they take down Skylar. Now Widi with a
Nice.
conceal.
Lah, Skylar
Aran
mati
will be
kenapa,
traded
anjir,
for
anjir.
Skylar.
Oh man, Skylar almost got away. Then they concealed. Then the pull came through, and he ends up dying
Diketawain Fabian, cuk,
in
lihat
that
tuh.
clash. So a whole lot happening there. RRQ Hoshi, though, ultimately getting some important shutdowns and gold in their pockets. Maybe allowing them to go ahead and have a fairer chance against the next Lord take.
Astagfirullah.
They've got plenty of time,
Astagfirullah.
about a minute or so, to go ahead and readjust and recalibrate. But Team Liquid ID, you know, they want to fight. There was some positioning there too. And Aroshiki still has not gone down yet. So Skylar getting a little bit aggressive. And even earlier in that fight, you know, he didn't have the flicker available. So he was doing that, you know, just on
Tuh,
pure
ketembak
positioning and
anjir
skill.
setengah darah,
So
cuk.
we'll see if he actually goes and adjusts his game plan now that he at least has a flicker. Still working
Nggak ada yang
on
bisa sampai
the
sana,
next
anjir,
defensive
si
items. He's able to get the Wind of Nature eventually. But
Novarianya.
right now, he just doesn't have it. And you can see them slowly but surely, RQ Hoshi getting some work in this game
Tinggal
done. But
nembak-nembak
still,
doang tuh.
how do they fare against the Lord coming up?
I mean, looking at the utility, they have Yes kill with the Navari that can provide a lot
Nice
of
try,
vision,
Doc. Nice
a lot
try.
of slows, not to mention the Astral Echo increasing the hitbox of the members of RRQ Hoshi. So the Jeet Kondu, the Way of the Dragon, will connect properly for TLID as Dyren trying to work on Fabian. The Lord has spawned. Let's see if RRQ Hoshi can contest.
They are in that vicinity, so they're going to wait. They're going to go ahead and clear out
Duh.
that long lane.
4 versus 5 dong di
Aroshiki go ahead and
atas.
start this up. Rins picking up the Wishing Lantern. They want to get in position. Conceal to use. Witty going
Waduh,
in.
masih
Now
di
they're gonna
bawah
catch
tuh si
Aran there.
Dylan,
Is
Cok.
going to connect onto 2. Skylar on the other hand just doing the
Alah.
free hit, going to bring down
Dah,
Witty.
ente.
One member down, but exchange for Sutsujin. No retribution holder for RRQ, and TLID will get the Lord.
Masih
Eroshiki's not done.
dimajuin,
Popping
anjir.
the Pride of Ice. And Rins with the flicker out to make sure he escapes, but TLID gets the Lord with a 4.7k gold lead.
Big Lord take again. Witty, you know, starting things up with Conceal, goes in. But that's the thing. I mean, even Aroshiki
Astaga.
himself, he's just kind of posting up with the front side and just popping off Rhapsodies and Destinatas. And no one wants to approach that. Just
Kalau
because how
turun
much he
overbike kan
hurts.
bisa ketemu
And
Selangor
so
dan
now
Giant,
RQ
anjir.
Hoshi again on the defense. They're going to have to get ready for this. One of the difficult things about this, as you're seeing the shots come through from a distance, is TLID has so much vision. Not even just with a Novaria, but the fact that Aran is literally
Dulu
a
juga pernah ketemu
walking
sama
vision. Like
Onyx,
he is the
Cok.
walking vision. He can spot people out and give that call to the rest of TLID. As now Lord makes its way on the top side. A couple shots. There's the Wind of Nature for Skylar. See if that helps with the defense. There's the pull, but don't follow through. Turret's gonna fall though. Lord finally going down. All base turrets still up and okay for RQ Hoshi. But they lose all the tier 2s. And now TLID, do they take a disciplined route? Even though they have this 7,000 gold lead. Looks like they'll do just that. They don't want to overstep. They're happy with what they got with that Lord.
Yeah. Fabian just really showing his quick hands.
Cuma di skiller
Was
doang
able to
anjir.
avoid the I'm offended play from Edok with just one dash.
Rins.
And now a successful defense still for RQ Hoshi. They were able to save all inhibitor turrets. And now they're going to try to look for a pick-off there.
Tuh,
So
kagak ada rasa, Cok.
try and slow down Aran.
Masuk rumput penuh lagi dia anjir.
Until ID at bay, here comes Aaron Shiki with a Death Sonata. Trying to diss out the damage though, but RQ Hoshi able to out-sustain that.
And that's all he has to do. Arana just keeps doing that, providing the vision, knows he can take shots, knows he has a revitalize, tanky enough, even with the Radiant Armor. Blade Armor too, still working on the next one. So that's something that RQ Hoshi has to deal with. It's just they have to force themselves to just not get out-visioned at this point. But how do you do that when you also have a Novaria across from you just shooting from a distance? Divine Glaive also picked up.
Parang dulu.
So this is the difficult part. As they get to these next Lords, these later Lords, depending on how long they can stall out this game. Oh, Edok, here a couple shots. So,
just look at the range.
That's what I said. How do you fight against this range, man? How do you even get in position? The only time it's going to happen is when you actually go and contest the Lord, because then, you know, you have a couple different angles to go from, but even just trying to get in that position, Team Liquid ID has done such a good job at just kind of setting things up, you know, firing off from a distance. And that's why I said, as long as Aran is just
18 menit lah lihat game.
in that side of the jungle or even around the Lord pit, you're not going to surprise them. You don't have like the Louis Yis or the chips to help you out with that.
Yeah. I mean, the only surprise factor could come from Edok's I'm Offended Flicker play. We did, however, see Rins already execute the Flicker in Frigid Glacier combination. Unfortunately, it only connected to Aran. So if ever they want to go up against a team with high vision, a huge amount of rage, and at the same time damage, they're going to have to catch TLID off guard. They're going to have to catch them by surprise, make an outstanding play, or even just isolate the damage dealers. Try to reach for Yes kill and Aaron Shiki.
Wave-nya jelek banget lagi.
Well, this is where they started up. We'll see if Edok
tinggal aja ngasih
is
Diren.
able to go ahead and surprise TLID.
Tinggal Diren.
Started up, Witty prepping up, waiting in. There's the conceal play.
That's a good connection of Dash Relico connecting onto 3.
Aduh, Edok ketembak bang.
Aaron Shiki still working on him. Now so it's the Generators.
Astagfirullah.
By Aaron Shiki. Here comes the counter attack coming in from RQ. Frigid Glacier is going to
dapat Diren.
Diren steals away the Lord. Now they're going to get Witty down. A double kill for Aaron Shiki. But RRQ will get the Lord.
3 members still alive for RQ Hoshi. Diren able to get the Lord. But TLID, to go ahead and deal with this, clear out the lanes. It is a beefed up Lord at this point, almost 18 minutes in. But still, it was only Witty that went down, so the waves will be taken care of. We'll see again, Rins, Edok, Skylar still up. You saw the preview too. Skylar's hurting, man. You know, the amount of damage he's able to do with just one kick, one auto even, is definitely showing. It does have all the items that he needs, really. Even got rid of the boots. So now, Lord pushing in on the tier 2. There's the pull.
I'm Offended play onto Aran. Paired up with Frigid Glacier. A lot of stuns, and they will finally bring down Aran. Aaron Shiki off the Pride of Eyes. It's going to bring down Rins as well. Now TLID, they made quick work of the Lord of RRQ, Hoshi. No inhibitor turrets taken down. Outer turrets are well intact except for the top lane. And now Sutsujin, they're trying to work on Fabian. Here's the dash out. 5.8k gold lead still for TLID, and just like that, you take away the momentum RRQ gained from getting that Lord.
I think, you know, even given this gold lead, it doesn't really matter. RQ Hoshi is in fighting form. A lot of times it's more so of the surprise factor, and that's all on Edok for the most part. Even earlier on for that Lord fight, you know, Witty went in. But then it was just good team fighting from RQ Hoshi to actually go ahead. And then, yes, Diren, the fact that he was able to buy time by taking the Lord, you know, that's enough to go ahead and bring yourselves back into the game, and all they need to do is really get past that 21, 22-minute mark, giving themselves a good position for the next Lord. Like I said, Skylar is exactly where he needs to be. Look at the damage already, even on Witty, taking him down with a couple of shots to half health. They just have to play against this range, and who's going to be the one to tank those shots up every single time? It's Susujin and Edok both playing that part. Maybe Diren to an extent too has an endless battle alongside with him. And just basically a hybrid build. You know, even with the Thunder Belt, Thunder Strike, and Thunder Wrath, so that build's not going to work. So still, RQ Hoshi, the work's cut out for them.
Masih
You know, it's not easy
Novarianya
sailing at all.
nyicil-nyicil.
But they will go ahead and get prepared
Eric
because the
nggak ada
battle
healer.
is going to break out for that
Udah
Lord
kecil
30
paling ntar
seconds
pulang,
from now.
kecil pulang, kecil pulang.
You really have to find
Udah pulang ambil
huge
objektif
pick
gitu
off
kali
here.
ya.
Regardless whoever it is, RQ,
Mereka
they
tinggal
don't have the
ngumpet-ngumpet
advantage
doang
in
nih.
terms of poke. TLID is well ahead.
Tinggal si
Vision
Novaria
provided
doang nih
by
yang
Aran and by
nyicil-nyicil
the
sama
Astral Echo is
Iron
on
tuh.
their side.
Ulti.
So RQ Hoshi, they need to save up the battle spells, the flickers for
Gila,
the
sakit banget.
I'm offended plays that can get to go for the backline and pop Aaron Shiki Spear Fire early on.
Edok's got it again as long as that Flicker and I'm Offend is available. Oh, top
Waduh,
side
waduh,
though.
And they're gonna commit the king
Ulti
onto
aja, ulti
Dyren,
aja.
so Dyren buying enough time, trying to work on Fabian.
Oh.
Opt is revitalized, Lutsugen and the rest are here to
Mati.
defend Frederick Glacier.
Nice.
And they're gonna bring him down! A huge pickoff
Untung
for
skiller gak mati,
RQ!
cok.
Fabian down and the Lord is up. How does RQ Hoshi play into this? Maybe it's just enough to buy them a little more time because TLID will
Bisa nih
get in
ambil harusnya.
position to defend this and stall this out until
Tuh,
their
bro.
junglers back up. So with that, RQ Hoshi, good pickoff,
Awas jangan mati
good
Sujin.
usage of Dyren there on that
Tolong jangan
Benedetta.
mati, cok.
But things will go into place. Skylar getting in position. They get the call to start it up. Fabian still 20 seconds away. They go in.
When he connects the wave of the
Aduh,
dragon
Edok
onto
yang
Edok. A double kill
Okay.
coming in from Aaron
Nice.
Shiki. Working on
Dyren.
Dyren. Pops his Wind of Nature. It's going to be a one-on-one.
Oh,
As
Ayo,
RQ
fokus.
Hoshi still working on the Lord. That Sonata is there.
Ya
And they
ampun,
bring down
mati,
Lutsugen.
cok.
Who's going to get the Lord? RQ, TLID, the stuns are there. They're going to bring down Winnie. Aran will fall down. Skylar's immortality will be popped. But TLID gets the Lord. Aaron Shiki goes in. Popping the Pride of Ice. Rhapsody, another one. And bring down Rin. Managed to stay alive with the immortality. Skylar trying to fight back. But Yesgill will complete the wipeout for the cavalry.
It's a wipeout, and what a fight it was for that Lord. But man, what a take.
Kenapa mati sih?
TLID comes together, and
Itu
now
Jin
working
anjing.
on the mid lane.
Tabuk lor kah?
And TLID
Harusnya tadi satu aja di
with a
Ren loh.
huge advantage. A
Diren
2-0
aja nutup.
over the kingdom.
Iron skiller bantu Lord.
Team
Dapat
Liquid
tuh Lord
Indonesia
mundur
find
mati Diren nggak
themselves a
apa-apa anjir.
match point.